London, and I am so excited to welcome you back here to Happily Adventures After. We are here and so excited for you to join us for this week's edition of Hey Disney, Give Me a Review. So before we get into our topic, I just want to give a recap for those who are new or maybe those of us who just need a refresher. Hey Disney, Give Me a Review is your, only you and everybody else who's listening, virtual concierge for all things Disney. Just like that Hey Disney feature on the Amazon Alexa in Walt Disney World Resorts, we are here to bring the magic straight to you. Whether you're planning a trip to Walt Disney World, whether you're going to Disneyland, we haven't gotten there yet, but hopefully we will soon, or Disney Cruise, we want to help you explore Disney's best dining, park experience, even if it's planning your travel and transportation, such as flights, hotel, and so much more. We've got you covered with real, honest reviews and all the info you need to make your best trip happen. So, with that background, I want to let you know that today we are going to explore Regal Eagle Smokehouse in EPCOT for this Hey Disney Give Me a Review. And honestly, although we're not huge barbecue fans, we definitely enjoyed our experience here and would continue to return. So if that gives you any indication, I say come on in, strap in, we are so excited to have you. Let's get into an overview on Regal Eagle Smokehouse in EPCOT because it is a delicious barbecue adventure. Regal Eagle Smokehouse is a vibrant quick service restaurant nestled within the American Adventure Pavilion in EPCOT. So if you are looking at the World Showcase and you are contemplating going left or right, either to Mexico or Canada, and the way is always Mexico, everybody. We don't go to Canada first, we go to Mexico. But so I'm a visual person, so if I'm looking straight ahead and I'm contemplating going left or right, I'm going to look straight ahead, and that is the American Pavilion or American Adventure Pavilion. So just to give you a heads up, it's smack dab in the middle. Now this provides guests with an inviting atmosphere that combines the love of American barbecue in this quick service restaurant with a touch of Disney magic. The design of the restaurant takes inspiration from the heart of American traditions with rustic, patriotic decor and a layout that is perfect for those looking for those quality, quick grab of food, like those grab and goes for satisfying and full meals to continue their EPCOT adventures. This space is casual and has plenty of outdoor and indoor seating, but I will let you know it's kind of like bench style seating, indoors and out. It's not super fancy in the most bit, but it's still good. And it invites you to relax, soak in the atmosphere, and enjoy the lively surroundings. It's also really fun if you want to enjoy the concert, so time yourself accordingly for whatever festival concert is going on, because you can walk out to that. The menu at Regal Eagle Smokehouse focuses on classic American barbecue with an array of options that include smoked meats like pork, ribs, chicken, brisket, all that stuff. And they're all cooked to perfection and paired with wonderful sides that are super flavorful, such as mac and cheese, onion rings, and french fries. It makes the ideal stop for anyone craving a hearty, flavorful meal without the formality of a sit-down dining experience. And if you're looking for some American fare-esque food, whether you're just used to it, have picky eaters, this one is a caveat on the picky eater one because it does have that smoky flavor. Or you're just looking for something that you know because it's comforting, this is the place to stop, especially within the World Showcase if you don't want adventurous food. This is a great place to stop. As I said, it's got something for everyone. If you want like a burger, if you want french fries, they're not the Disney fries we all know and love at normal traditional quick service, but they are very good. They do have a hint of seasoning, so if you are seasoning averse, it is on there. Okay. Well, I just told you all about that restaurant. Let me tell you about the dining plan for this. So, because it is the quick service dining restaurant or dining location, it uses, if you are on it, the quick service dining credit. So if you're either using the quick service dining plan or just the Disney dining plan, Regal Eagle Smokehouse is an excellent option. Because the quick service credit here is perfect for that guest that wants the freedom to enjoy meals at their own convenience, you have the ability to get a very hearty, substantial meal without having to kind of go into spending more than one credit or getting a snack credit. Because sometimes you can get a dining credit for the quick service. Let's say it is in Mexico at the quick service that I can't think of what the name is right now, and you want that plate of nachos. Well, that is it. Yes, it is hearty. However, here you can get ribs and a side and a drink, and maybe that's more filling or more satisfying to you. So I think it is an excellent use of that dining credit. And because it is a super hearty, heavy meal, The flexibility of having that quick service credit on this, if you know you're going to like it, is excellent. Okay? So I wanted to give you restaurant background, and I wanted to give you dining background for the dining plan, if that is something you enjoy. But okay, we got into that. Now I want to tell you what I think about this restaurant as a standout feature before we get into our actual review. And one of the standout features of Regal Eagle Smokehouse, at least for me, is that it is themed to the Muppets. So Sam Eagle from the Muppets, it is themed to him. As a lifelong Muppet fan, I love the Muppets. I couldn't help but fall in love with this fun, quirky restaurant. When I say quirky, it's just because it embodies the Muppets in the most subtle way, and I love it. The touches honor like Sam Eagle and the Muppets in general, and it is wonderful. Sam Eagle is known for his proud, patriotic personality, and that is featured so predominantly throughout this restaurant, and it leads to a very playful yet distinctly American vibe within the space. You'll find Muppet-themed artwork, references to Sam's iconic catchphrases, and even fun decor that play homage to his character's love for the United States. It's really quite cute. It's a delightful tribute to the Muppets with a unique sense of humor, and as somebody who grew up and loved watching Kermit, Miss Piggy, Sam Eagle, Fozzie Bear, you name it, and the two old Muppets that sit and critique everybody, who I love, this is just so much fun. Plus, may I point out that since we are losing Muppets Courtyard in Hollywood Studios, I believe it's officially closing in May. This is the only touch of Muppets we will have. Yes, they are preserving Muppet Vision 3D, as that was the last thing that Jim Henson worked on with the Muppets in some way, shape, or form. Yes, the Electric Mayhem and the rest of the Muppets are moving into a retheme on Rock and Roller Coaster, which I am over the moon, overjoyed for. However, that time period where things close and things open, this is our Muppets, everybody. This is it. So you have to go see the Muppets here, because it is clear that Disney has put a lot of thought into incorporating the Muppets' charm into Regal Eagle's design, and it really is a must-visit for any Muppets fan. As you enjoy your meal, you can spot Sam Eagle's likeness throughout the various signs, flags, and even merchandise that can be purchased in different areas. Yeah, or go on Etsy or go find... It's pretty cute. So all of the theming just adds an extra layer of fun, and it makes the restaurant feel like not just a place to go eat, but it's themed so well that you just fall in love with it and enjoy the Muppets. So, all of that aside, if you enjoy barbecue, if you enjoy the Muppets, just come take a moment to look at this excellent Muppets themed quick service restaurant that I think is a great use of the dining plan credits, because it is a place filled with character, charm, humor, and all of the above great hearty food. So that is our just description of it. I hope you got a lot from that. I'm sorry I kind of went off on a tangent, but I hope you enjoyed it. Moving into the section of this Hey Disney, give me a review of what we have ordered, I want to share with you what my family and I, the Happily Adventures After team, what we got while we were here. So you know what to either get by our description, if you like it, or see how we are reviewing it. So we ordered the following. We got the smoked pork ribs, and this retails for, I'm going to give the prices all, I just figured it's easier to give the prices all in US dollars, and then I will give the prices converted to Canadian dollar at the time we ate it. I'm going to tell you now, just because I have the receipt with me, I'm going to tell you now that the conversion rate, I'm filming in 2025, yeah, I am, and we were there before the conversion rate jumped. It's gone up a lot. So factor that in when you are deciding what to get. This is just in general if you are Canadian and are in Walt Disney World. So, as I was saying before I got off on that, we got the smoked pork ribs. It was $21.99 US. And this is a ribs that are usually really great standout. They're tender, juicy, and perfectly charged. It has a smoked flavor, and it pairs nicely with that tangy sauce on the ribs. I am not a ribs person, so I did not eat this. This is my description of what everybody else had from their opinions. It is a very solid dish for anybody who loves traditional barbecue. Next, we got the Regal Eagle Burger, and this retails for $15.49 US. And honestly, we were not expecting much from this burger because it was a Disney quick service burger, which everybody knows they're just like theme park burgers. They're not bad. We're just not expecting like, oh my goodness, this is a side note, we like to stay off property from Disney World, as I've said multiple times. And there's a restaurant called Ford's Garage. Yes, it is a chain. Yes, it is in other places of the US, but it's predominantly in Florida. Their burgers are stupendous. I was not expecting it to be this. I was expecting it to be a Disney quick service burger. Okay, off that. Like I said, didn't expect much. It was actually surprisingly tasty. The patty was pretty thick and juicy. The toppings were fresh, and the barbecue sauce that we add in on the side where the barbecue sauces are, and you get to choose from all of them. When we tasted it together, it gave it a little extra kick. It was really nice. It was a simple yet very satisfying choice for anybody who's looking for something more straightforward. Now, we got that with fries, and I did mention the fries are seasoned, okay? Just as a note. We also got an extra set of fries, because why not, right? And these were retailing for $4.99 US. The fries are very crispy, they're golden, they're salted, but they have a bit of seasoning on it. They are not the quick service fries we all know and love. They have a little bit of spice to them. They're perfect for sharing, or if you just need to complement your meal. We just got it because we like extra fries. We also got a side of mac and cheese, again retailing for $4.99 US. The mac and cheese was very creamy. It has a really great cheese blend. It's not overly cheesy, but it is comforting and a nice side for barbecue. If you are a mac and cheese fan, this hits the spot. It's nothing particularly special. I will note it is not the normal quick service mac and cheese you get. So for those who are picky eaters, or those who are expecting this to be that mac and cheese that is like bright orange that we know at Disney quick services that they use for kids' meals, it is not that. It is a more, again, not spicy, but barbecue spicy mac and cheese. It has a breading crust on it. I dipped it in barbecue sauce. Don't judge me when I tasted it, just because I thought it was good. But it is that. It is not something that a picky eater or kid going into it expecting it to be that traditional quick service mac and cheese, it will be. I also want to note, Gasparilla Island Grill, for instance, that mac and cheese is different than the in-park mac and cheese. I think a picky eater would be okay with both. Gasparilla Island Grill has a little bit of a creamier, white, cheddary taste to it. But you would be okay with both mac and cheeses. If I was to say somebody who is a picky eater looking for something comparable from the park one, this is not it. They may like it, but it is not the same. Just want to point that out. We also got an extra set of onion rings, and these onion rings retailed for $5.49 US. They're very crispy and lightly seasoned. I'm not a fan of onion rings in general, but I actually really liked these. I also like Harvey's onion rings for somebody who is Canadian, so that gives you an indication of what I like. I thought these were good on that spectrum. It's definitely a highlight of the meal for somebody who was with us. They loved them. They're perfectly balanced of crunchy on the outside and tender on the inside, and they're a really nice accompaniment to the barbecue. Lastly, we got 3 fountain drinks. So altogether that retailed for $11.97. They're refreshing. If you're on the Disney plan, they are included. What I like is it is a machine you fill yourself, so you can go back for refills. It is not a problem. You can't use your own water bottle to do it, which I saw a lot of people doing. However, you can, if you have your cup, you can go back and refill it. It's next to the barbecue sauce, or it's next to where you pick up your meal. So that was really nice. And I think we all got Coke. I'm not going to lie. I like Coke. I like Coke in Disney World. Don't like Coke anywhere else. So our total cost for this meal was $64.93 US, with a 7% sales tax that you get in Walt Disney World, which was an additional $4.54. It brought our meal up to $69.47 US. As I said, we converted this, like I'm looking at the receipt, when the exchange rate was a little lower, so right before the holidays, because the exchange rate always sparks at the holidays. So in total, we had a conversion rate of $1.36 Canadian. That was light compared to what it is now. I think it's $1.47 when I'm recording this. So I always err. I'm going to be honest. When I budget at $1.50 to $1.55. I've seen it go up very high. So that's why I budget it that way. But I'm just pointing that out. When we converted that cost to Canadian, it brought it out to $94.34. So remember that total, because it will be throughout our meal why I'm giving you that when I say how much things cost and a cost kind of benefit analysis. Moving into our experience, I want to share with you that it may not be our typical choice when it comes to dining, but it was definitely satisfying and well-deserved in the spotlight for that moment, and it surpassed our expectations. As I said, it was located in the American Pavilion in EPCOT. We had made our way around, and at that point, we were hungry. We would normally stop in Mexico for food, but we were not hungry at that point. But we're like, oh, okay. Once we got to the American Pavilion, we had said, let's give it a try. We were just exploring the park and wanted to try something new. So it was a really great meal to have and then keep going throughout World Showcase. One of the standout features, I have to say, well, I'm going to give you two of this, was air conditioning and self-service stations. So our experience really was exceeded when we could get the nice, wonderful air conditionings because it was hot that day, as well as that self-serve barbecue and soda station. I loved that. Yes, the meal was really well done, but I do enjoy both of those because it gives you a little bit more freedom. The air conditioning that is pumped in is very cold, so on a very hot day, this is a great place to go and enjoy your meal, or if you just need a place to cool down. The self-service stations also allow you, as I was saying before, to go get a refill, to go get more sauces, to go get all of those without having to go all the way to the front, come all the way back, and things like that. I also want to point out that the blend of outdoor and indoor seating is really well done. So there's a nice little patio and they have theming out there for like a smokehouse. My husband would be so mad that I don't know it's a smoker. I don't know what kind of smoker it is, but it's a smoker outside as a prop. He loves that stuff. But it would just, like, the theming, what I was trying to say is the theming outside is really well done. It is more cafeteria picnic table-esque design outside, but I've sat outside and enjoyed ice cream from Fife and Drum right in front of it, and it's a very nice place to sit. I would prefer to sit indoor. I'm going on and on about the seating, but I would prefer to sit indoors because of the air conditioning. But I do want to point out, if this is something you don't like, then you're not going to like sitting indoors here because it's a high school dining hall feel. It's rows and rows of long tables and then a few smaller tables in between that you can push together to make longer tables. There are benches. There are a few chairs. Like, it very much is high school cafeteria. And if that brings you back to PTSD times, because you hated high school dining halls as much as I did, and I never ate in our cafeteria in high school, I'm just letting you know it's there. It's also very loud. I'm telling you now, because it's a one room, basically, dining hall high school. The conversation of everybody at different tables becomes very loud. The noise level elevates times a million. It's like an echo chamber. However, the air conditioning makes up for it on a hot day especially. So overall, it is really nicely done. I just wanted to point that out. I again just want to also point out that they are self-service barbecue stations and fountain drink or soda stations. It is really nice to have that, and it's very infrequent that does happen in Walt Disney World. I'm going to note again, because it does drive me a little insane. You can refill your soda. But if you did not buy a soda, please do not use your water bottle to fill up with soda. They have the water station, but they also have that right beside the soda fountains, and I watched quite a few people just fill up their water bottles with soda, which is not allowed. You didn't pay for it. You could say they bought the soda. I was sitting next to people like at tables and you saw it. It's just like when people ask for water cups and then go fill it with soda. Yes, Disney does factor that into their cost with losses and anything like that. But just don't do it. Okay, got that out of the way. Let's get into the food, because that's really why you're here, right? So for the food, as I said, we ordered all of that off the menu, and barbecue is not our typical first choice, but we wanted to try it. We were really impressed with how everything was prepared and how everything tasted. The smoked pork ribs, like I said, they were a standout. Not for me, I don't eat that, but they were really well done, juicy, tender, bursting with flavor. Really great choice for anybody who wants that classic barbecue smokehouse taste. The burger was another pleasant surprise. As I said, it wasn't like an afterthought. You know, when the quick service dining or any like fair dining, like when I say fair, I mean like theme park fair kind of thing. They're like, yep, this is a burger, have a good day, or cafeteria burger. It wasn't like that. It was really thoughtfully well done, and it was very flavorful. The toppings were really well done. The patty was excellent. Fries were great that accompanied it and on the side. Wonderful balance within that meal. The mac and cheese was comforting. Like I said earlier, though, it is breaded and has a different kind of smokehouse seasoning flavor. If that is not your thing, do not go into it thinking the mac and cheese is quick service mac and cheese-esque. That's orange from Disney. It was really well done, though. It is not my favorite mac and cheese. Gasparilla Island Grill is, but this was really well done. Onion rings, highlight for everybody. As I said, I'm not a fan of onion rings. Everybody else who was with me are a fan of onion rings, and I even liked them. They were crunchy, as I said. They were very flavorful. They were tender on the inside. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Overall, we're not huge barbecue enthusiasts as a whole. However, Regal Eagle Smokehouse left us with a solid dining experience that we'd be happy to recommend to anybody. It's a great choice if you're in the mood for something hearty and very satisfying. It's an excellent use. We are not on the dining plan usually because we stay off property, but it's an excellent use of quick service credits and a fantastic way to get your Muppets fix, just because it's an extra dose of fun. Whether you're grabbing that quick meal or taking a breather when the air conditioning, I have to say Regal Eagle Smokehouse is a solid dining experience in the heart of EPCOT, and it is an extra dose of Disney magic that I think is a great accompaniment to anybody's Disney experience, if that is something you are interested in. So we know everything in life has pros and cons, and I want to give you the pros and cons of Regal Eagle Smokehouse. Here we go. Pros. And hopefully, actually, before I get into the pros and cons, hopefully these help you make your decision that is best for you and your travel party when you're in Walt Disney World. Pros. As I said, great barbecue flavor. The food is so well seasoned, packed with flavor, especially for those who love barbecue. If you are spice averse or risk averse in taking that barbecue push, it's still really good. I'm not a huge fan of barbecue. I like spice. I actually can't handle some spices, and not in terms of heat, but in how they metabolize in my body. It gives me weird reactions. This place did not. So, as a note, that is good for anybody who experiences that. Another pro, it's very relaxed. As an outdoor dining experience, it's very casual. Like I said, it gives a high school cafeteria vibe. So you're not going in like you're going in to Monsieur Paul. You're not going in, even if you're dressing up for Le Cellier. I know those are table service restaurants. Don't come for me. But I'm just saying, it's very relaxed and has a nice atmosphere. It's very pleasant, makes for a great dining experience. Another pro for all of us Muppet lovers, it is themed to the Muppets. Sam Eagle theming is fun and a quirky touch, making it an excellent experience that is so enjoyable. It's also great for families if you're looking for a quick, satisfying, and very hearty meal. A lot of this food could be shared. Yes, there were 3 people at the table with us getting 3 different meals, but we did it more so to try to taste test everything. We could have easily split at least one meal and gone our own thing and still be full. So it is very family friendly. If you want to get a side dish for your kids, for instance, if you got a burger and mac and cheese, if you do a mobile order and got that as the side, like an adult burger, and give your kids the mac and cheese, you are good. Or if you just want to give somebody else, it doesn't have to be a kid. I eat mac and cheese all the time. Like, I'm just giving you those as notes. The other thing is, it has a great variety of barbecue options that cater to different tastes, whether it's french fries, onion rings, mac and cheese as sides. There are other things like baked beans as well. I just didn't try them. They have different variety of different barbecue sauce. Northern Carolinas, I know that one's a very good one. I don't remember the rest of them. Please forgive me. Or ribs or burgers. So there's a variety of everything for everyone. Okay, so those are our pros. What are our cons? Well, barbecue is not for everybody. If you're not a barbecue fan, if you can't take the spices, like I said, I have a weird metabolizing of spice issue sometimes, and they cause different things like headaches. If you can't do that, this is not the place for you because they do use spices. If you don't like the taste of barbecue or anything like that, some of the dishes are not going to hit the mark for you. Also, when I say there is a relaxed atmosphere and a lot of seating, it can also be limited because it's depending on the time of day, and sometimes people, like I said, push those tables together, think high school cafeteria, take up all the seats, and you're like, where's the rest of your party? And they're like, oh, we're waiting. And you're like, nobody's here. So if you understand what I mean, flashback yourself back to high school for that. It can be limited, especially with the outdoor-indoor setup. When there's a concert, people will sit on the outside just to listen to it. So again, time dependent in the day. The other thing, it is pricey. So it's not the most expensive meal in EPCOT, especially for quick service, but it is on the pricier side. But you are getting a lot of food. So if you're looking for something lighter or something cheaper, this is not the place for you. Okay, those are our pros and cons. So I'm going to give it an overall rating, because I want you to know how we here at Happily Adventures After stand for this meal. Our overall rating for this is 3.5 out of 5. Whether you want to give it stars, whether you want to give it Sam Eagle salutes, whatever it is 3.5 out of 5. So like a 70%. Based on our experience, Regal Eagle Smokehouse gets that 3.5 out of 5 stars. Regal Eagle salutes, whatever you want. It's a very solid choice for a barbecue meal while at EPCOT, and there are several aspects that make it a very well-worthy stop. The atmosphere is casual and fun. It is very laid back. The American barbecue vibe is excellent. The Muppets being there, especially Sam Eagle, just because he's a really fun character, it brings those delightful touches and adds to your dining experience. And again, this is also the only place now moving forward we can get Muppets until they come back. Plus, that self-service barbecue station and self-service fountain drink is an excellent bonus feature, and it makes it easy to customize your meal, stay refreshed throughout your visit, and just enjoy it. Now again, barbecue is not my personal favorite, or the majority of us here at Happily Adventures After who was trying it. We're still really impressed with the quality of the food. The smoked ribs, like I said, were really well done. The burger was excellent. The onion rings were great. The mac and cheese, the fries, all of that. Excellent, excellent, excellent. However, there are a few factors kind of limiting us for giving it that perfect score. The seating, being the high school dining hall we all know and love, really does take a drawback. We went at a non-peak time, so we didn't have a problem, and I've actually sat in here a couple times during non-peak hours, and so it doesn't give us as big of a problem. But what does give us the big of a problem is during peak times. I've walked in and walked out because of the seating. Now, additionally, the air conditioning does prove an extra point up or two because they kick that up, especially in the summer. It also does get very loud in there, as I said, and it is a little bit on the pricier side. So that is what limited it, as well as being picky eater friendly, from getting that 5 out of 5. I just could be maybe not giving this 3.75 out of 5, do you know what I mean? But for us, it lies right on that 3.5 out of 5, and I think it's a very good meal. So overall, barbecue may not be our top choice, but I think Regal Eagle Smokehouse is definitely earned our approval here. It is a great option for those of us who are in the mood for something hearty, something definitely that you're going to hopefully enjoy and be able to share, and it is a great use of a quick service dining credit if you are on the dining plan. It's a place where we'd want to continue to revisit to enjoy that solid barbecue meal if that is something you are looking for, or even just come get some fries and taste the barbecue sauce as a snack. It is well worth it in your trip, and I also think that it is, not that it's overlooked, but the World Showcase has so many different options that are really well done that the American fare food doesn't get as much of a praise. So I think if that is what you're looking for, please go back. If you want to enjoy barbecue, this is a great spot and a really wonderful place to visit, and that is why we give it that 3.5 out of 5 here for Happily Adventures After. Hey Disney, give me a review. All right, everybody, that is it. We have done our review for our Hey Disney, Give Me a Review on Regal Eagle Smokehouse. I want to know, have you dined here yet? What did you think of the barbecue, the experience, the theming? Do you think it's also a high school dining hall? What are your thoughts? Leave them down in the comment. Don't forget to follow us here on YouTube. Check out our blog at happily-adventuresafter.com. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, which is at Happily Adventures After. We are so happy that you are here with us and so delighted. We just want to continue the fun adventure, so come along with us. Enjoy. Thank you so much for joining me here. My name is London. I hope you have a blessed and wonderful day, and I can't wait to talk to you soon. See you real soon. Bye-bye.